Good morning. It is Wednesday. Wednesday. Getting the phone set up. There we go. And the other machine set up. You can see your chat messages. Should have done that already. All right. Oh man. The dog helped get me up this morning. Decided that she wanted to have a conversation with the neighbor dogs. From inside my room. All right. I think I'm pretty much ready. Last night I ended up getting the test running. It turns out that they were failing because I didn't have biomes. So when you create a character, it actually goes through and creates that character's home island. And because there weren't any biomes in the test DB, no island. So actually I've corrected the migrations there and ran it through the CI, and we are at 31.54% code coverage just with these few integration tests. Did say that, let's see, if we go and look at create account, was it 76? 76 to 79. Saying in there 82 to 84. Yeah, basically saying we didn't test this, which is weird because I thought we were testing that. Well, you know what? We're not, because we're falling into this case. That makes sense. I'd rather test this case anyways than this here, which is going to be some sort of error due to database issue. Yeah, I'm still focusing on like the hot path getting tested. All right, that's good. That's good. Now what about, I just want to take a peek. It also says that auth-lib lines, scroll that so I can actually see both windows. 68. Said that's not tested. 72 to 75. Sure. If we have some sort of incoming error, yeah, that's not going to happen. I guess we could test that. Seems kind of like something I should just do later if I'm really interested in increasing coverage numbers. What would actually cause this if it's just if there was some sort of like issue with the stream? What does this have on it? Some of these things could probably just get tested in a different way. Let's see, 82 to 84. What's that here? Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong file. 72, 75. Yep. 88 to 94. In here, basically. 96. Really? Why is it saying that was untested? Oh, because we didn't do login yet. Sure. Login is not tested. We're doing create account, which is just above, but we're not doing login. That's fair. We should be able to do a login test pretty quick. Let's do one. So it's going to be in the server test, account character, create account failure, create account and actor. Do I validate the last one? Create actor. Yeah. It's got some validations going on. Oh, look at that. Just by hitting the letter P, whole page of autocomplete. Create account and log in. Set up the environment. Go ahead and do some logging, some server stuff. I wonder if there's a better way to do these. I like how terse some of these other commands are, like these two lines here. Create account, create actor. That's nice, it's easy, right? Easily usable. These here. We could do the extension traits again on the MPSC queues. That might be kind of fun. We could add things like stream connected, stream disconnected, things like that. Actually, that sounds really good. Ooh. That does sound nice. What are the traits that we can build off of for that? Okay, let's say I wanted to change this into something like server.auth.send connected and pass in the stream ID like this. Then we could do something very similar, send disconnected. We're down here. That'd be awesome. And if we do it on the streams, like kind of that sort of extension trait, then we'd be able to do this, use these functions across the board. Oh, that'd be nice. Here, Dev. Morning. This repository isn't public, sadly. I'm splitting off pieces and making them public, but I haven't really determined if this is going to be an open source game or not. But I'm more than happy to like bounce around in the code if you want to see something specific. By all means, we're all learning here, so I'm more than happy to go through things, explain things, discover things together. One thing that we have made public so far is Stream Multiplexer. And this was the, this is basically what the channels are going to be coming in off of. So Stream Multiplexer has different channels that you can set it up with. So here, auth, character, etc. Okay, that works. Let's see if this will work. Let's extract these out into that sort of extension trait. And if you have any questions, I'm glad it's actually very instructive for you. And by all means, interrupt and ask questions. What's the old adage? The best way to learn something is to teach it. If you have questions, please, let's learn together. Ask questions. Let's see, where are we going to put this? So kind of, let's go and explore. Toss that. Let's go full screen. Now, account, actor, packet. I guess I could call it streams. Good new directory. What is that? Lowercase d? That always gets me because uppercase D is delete and lowercase d is create a new directory. I don't like that. Let's go into stream, and inside of here we will have some sort of test.txt or something. Oh wait, it's going to be a mod for module percent .rs. Inside of here we will have a trait test.ext test stream extension. I'm going to make this very similar to packet. Or a packet here we have this sort of trait like that. I think in this case we might be able to make it a little bit more interesting in that we can say that this thing works on on other sorts of traits, kind of like stream.ext. So let's go take a peek at stream.ext. I'm not certain how to build that out. We're going to go to the browser here. So stream.ext, we have Futures in Tokyo. They both have extension traits for stream. So they basically build these things out, next, etc. Well, next isn't the right thing here, the example. But these sorts of things for using on top of other elements. Hold on, let me check my network. Oh. they updated this app. Man, that looks good. Just kind of blinded by beauty. They updated this internet app there, the Amplify internet app. It looks nice. Got little things for diagnosing stuff and sorts of little things to show you how good your connection is between devices. Anyhow, back to work. So in this case, we're going to be implementing some of these, something like these. What's our top constraint here? Let's look at the top of this. Here they're pulling in all of these helper streams and whatnot. So they're implementing this. They're implementing streamExt for T, where T is a stream. That makes sense. Now is ESC sender stream? It should be. It's not. All right. Let's rename this instead of that. Test sender. Sender XT. There we go. Connect. We will take, let's see, functions such and such. Connect message. I don't know, should we call it connect message or connect something else? I don't know. Or just connect. Let's see, they don't have very much. They have send timeout, etc. I don't think there's going to be some sort of collision here. We'll just say connect. We'll say channel. No, that's stream ID. With an empty impl for that. Let's do the same thing for disconnect. Okay, so in this case, impl test sender ext for PSC sender of T. We know what T is going to be. It's going to be a packet. No. It's not going to be a packet. Let's go look at. Where's our return type here? Server channels. So senders are this type. Oops. Trying to go between windows. Open up the drawer on the right. use Tokyo sync and PSC. There we go. So in this case, let's go back up here. This is what we're trying to do. Oh, you know what? These should actually have a self in them. Self.send incoming packet stream with stream ID. There we go. That's gone. Now for this one. Oh, that's a disconnect. Oh, we have to have the kind, like what? It's just a regular disconnect? You could have like disconnect and then disconnect with reason. Gonna need incoming packet. Disconnect reason. We also need packet. Where's packet coming from? Messages. Alright, so in this case, we're going to send it to regular. Graceful disconnect. We'll do the same thing. Send connected. Auth. I do like the other names better. It is test stuff. Send blah blah blah. Send connect. I think I'm going to leave it as connect and disconnect. But the other ones are stream connected and disconnected. Okay, fine. We'll do that. I show graphics of the game. Do I use any game engine? I do. Actually, it'd be kind of a quick little aside. We'll let that build for a minute. This is the server, so we're actively working on the server. The client is written in a game engine called Godot. That's from Godot engine something. I don't know. They communicate over TCP. So once that build is finished, what directory are we in? Okay. Let's see. So we have that. Good with game. Gotta get some stuff out of the way, organize my windows for a moment. There we go. So the game is currently all dev art, but some of the fundamental neat things about it, the world is completely generated. So, oh no, create an account. I did wipe the database last night. We're gonna go through Captain M8. And good morning, welcome to the stream, by the way. Okay. Characters. Uh-oh. Did I butcher something? Oh, game server panic. Name of the color scheme, this is Challenger Deep. Player should not yet have a location. So, let me try logging in again. Reconnect, log in. Okay. Load actor. Oh, interesting. Load actor not found. Apparently, I am not able to show this at the moment. Strange. I did wipe the database last night, and I think some of the stuff that is kind of dependent on there being data, I probably missed something. Let's see. No. Sadly, I can't. There's a little snippet, though. Little, I forget what they call them on Twitch. Little 30-second kind of view of what the game currently is. It's a randomly generated island. It's all kind of 2.5 dimension, kind of cards in space. And I'm going for functionality at the moment as opposed to kind of glitz and glitter. So, expect developer art. But the game is supposed to be able to handle, thousands or tens of thousands of concurrent users, and it's kind of like a cross between like Sunless Seas, what is it, Don't Starve, 1 Hour, 1 Life, that sort of game, with that sort of perspective and art feel at the moment. And that's kind of what's planned. But everybody has their own island, and you kind of wander around the world in boats, going and collecting different things, building things, going on adventures. I wanted to have kind of a like either like you could go the builder route where you collect stuff and craft stuff, or you could go the route where you're just kind of focusing on like combat and going on quests and whatnot, or both. So something I can play with the kids. Shut that down. Sadly, it didn't work. I'll have to look at that later. I do think that it's data related. All right. Okay, let's toss these and disconnect it with reason on there as well. So we'll just have one call the other. stream ID and then the reason. In this case, that. Oh, these need to be. Ooh, these need to be async on a trait. Currently not supported by Rust, but there are some cool crates out there that do support them. Disconnect reason. These are all async. Which does mean that this needs to be a dot await. Same with this one. These all need to be async. So Donald, oh man, detonally, he has a great crate for being able to support async crates right now. It is really, really nice. It is over here. Look at and this guy. If you need to use any of his stuff, I highly recommend it. David Olney. Good documentation. Really, really good documentation. Crates are solid. It makes anyhow. Use that. Oh, auto mod. Oh, that looks cool. Pull in every source file in a directory as a module. This guy is prolific and writes really good code. If you've ever used Saturday, Tim. Anyhow, back to the code. All right, what's wrong with this? Array functions cannot be declared as async. You're right. You are right. Oh, connected is not a member of that. Oh, it's send. There we go. This function takes one parameter. I disagree. It's not a member of trait such and such. Oh, I have it doubled up. Send, send. Ah, and down here. Which stuff? Okay, that's better. Oh, it's private. Fix that. Hub. Stream ID, good. I think we have to pipe stream ID through a number of different places. And this code, why is this? Does it think this is dead? So I was doing this yesterday. I have not figured this out because we use this function here. Count. You can see that this is the account. This is a public function from the account. I mean, other than this being public and async here, it shouldn't be able to confuse those because it's fully qualified. Like count colon colon. You know what? So is that where it's... Oh, that's also a count colon colon. Oh, drat. Okay, that's it. Oh, but this is a count character. Do that again. No, that's fine, because this function call here is to this function definition. And let's just change the name of the test just to make sure. Fail create account. I'd be so surprised if that somehow made it work. No, it didn't. What else do we have in here? Oh, create account login. That's what we're about to do. See the middle error. Oh, we're both the same line. And then the top one is just this function that's never used. And how is that different from this function? Pub async function, yada yada. Okay, now it shouldn't be used. And now we should have an actual error. Unless it can detect somehow that it never actually makes it to this line. All right, let's go check or go test. Give us this info here. Yeah, let's go ahead and fix that. Let's change it back to not AOEO. Test again. Function is never used. All right. Why? Because if we give it something else, it's still not used, but now we have this error. We make this match. Carter, good morning. That's saying that function's never used. Let's rename it. One buffer changed. It didn't link these two. So the compiler is giving us this warning saying create account failure is never used. And up there on line 24, it is used. It's right there. Huh. And if I rename this one or get rid of it, change visibility of it, there's now an error up here. Private. Function is private. The only thing I could think of is that it somehow knows that this is never getting called. Or this is never getting called. Async, let's see, are these correct? They'll create account. Does all look fine? Set up server. Can we actually run that test? Or go test that. How's this week treating you, Carter? Life without pho. One test passed. Test. Fail create account. Okay. This is bizarre. I also think in one of the coverage tests last night, there was some other issue. Let's see if I can find that. You guys don't have a link to the coverage stuff, but it did say that there was some weird kind of a crash. One of the tests couldn't be run. Integration because of something. Where was that? Oh. It is account character. So it's not this one. It was an instrumentation address clash. Okay. Yeah, this is a PG chat. Have you ever seen yeah, you know what they did? They did a really good job in what was that movie on? What was it? Kind of one of those Netflix shows. No, it wasn't Netflix. It was like a CBS show or whatever, where these people basically sent to hell, but they don't know they're going to hell. And when they get there, they can't say curse words. It's like, you know, forking shirt and sugar and. I was watching some other stream, and he was doing those straight from that show. Ah, the good place. Yes, that's it. And welcome to the channel. Level 5 Frank West. The good place. I thought they did a fantastic job with it. Oh, that's funny. Alright, well, I don't know what to do with this line other than just ignore it or toss, like, allow dead code on it. What bothers me about this is that both ways of compiling this, like Rust Analyzer is showing this as dead code, or rather it's not being used. So is the regular compiler. That really bothers me. Let's see if it panics. Let's just toss a panic in there. Panic. This is used. And just run the test again. Because maybe the compiler is just wicked smart and knows that this is never used. It's compiled away somehow. analyzed the whole thing. It's like, nope, you're wrong. This is used. Well, yeah, there's something weird going on. I don't know what it is. All right, we're going to sidestep this. Allow head code. Oh, almost. No, where's question mark? There it is. Oh, that's strange. It has plenty of side effects. Bizarre. Well, this is in a test module. That's basically it would show us that it's dead code if we say it's public in a submodule, but it's not re-exported up top. But everything else is like this, just public. So yeah, bizarre. Where's my water? There it is. All right. I thought The Good Place was a lot of fun to watch. The other one that was a lot of fun to watch was it the IT Crew? Crowd, IT. The IT Crowd. Is the Rustling's repo a decent place to get started with Rust? The IT Crowd is awesome. Especially if you're in IT. I love they're like, have you tried rebooting it? Okay, reboot it. Like, it's awesome. Actually, I'm not familiar with Rustling's repo. Do you have a link to it? I've been suggesting, well, the book, of course. You know, kind of browse to the book. Things interesting. Oh, I love their little GIF there. That's cool. Verify. Run my. Oh, this looks actually really nice. Exercises. That probably is a good place to get started. The other place I would recommend would be the exorcism.io Rust track. That's nice. And if you're familiar with other programming languages, yeah, Rustling.org, it's probably good to start in those areas. That, and if you're familiar with other kind of programming languages, and Rust isn't your first language, then you might try like Advent of Code or Project Euler. I think the biggest part of learning this language is actually just hopping in and doing something with it. I've also heard that make a Lisp can be a good way to learn Rust. Let's see, I have a link to that too. Here. But this one I'd say do after some of the other Rustling stuff. You end up making a Lisp interpreter in Rust. And you can see kind of how they do it in all sorts of different languages. But I think the make a Lisp thing, which I've been dying to try out, I haven't tried it out. So take that with kind of a grain of salt. I, having gone through and looked at a lot of the different steps, you're going to learn like how do you do I/O, just as you go through and figure out how to do these things in Rust. So how do you do, standard in? How do you do standard out? How do you parse strings? How do you do these other different things? Store things in like hash maps and lists, and it goes through a number of different layers of Rust as you try to make a Lisp, which seems very, very interesting. All right, the code. So this is where we are today. Create account and log in. And this is what's currently broken. So that's fine. Oh, and I like these here. Send connected, disconnected. Let's clean some of these up. Send connected 8. Oh, that is so much better. There's no option on that. Yeah, those are all good. Okay. Oh, you're very welcome, Frank West. And if you have questions, let us know. Got a number of people learning Rust around here, so we're all in it together. How's your project going, Carter? Count, login, mutable. You ended up getting a flight to Hawaii. Oh, nice. How is SQLite in Diesel? Is it good? Let's see, we probably need to create an account. I'm gonna yank that. Place that here. Disconnect that. Change that to 9. Oh, if you don't specify the file path, it does it in memory. Oh, that's awesome. Seems work well. Cool. Server test account mod. Account failure. Okay, we're gonna do a login. This will be good. going to be very similar to this. Okay, let's say that's unimplemented for the moment. That should be used here eventually. Why is it doing it again? Create account. It's saying that login is never used. I so don't get this. Oh, cool. Oh, nice. Oh, I like your setup. That's very cool. Got a number of little boards on there. Is that a Pi Zero? Rust on the Pi and Arduino C on the MC. See, those are cool. Can you do Rust for Arduinos? I know you can do C for them. I guess Arduino C. Wow, I don't get this. Why is this dead code? You can. How many drivers already available? Oh, I see. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I not have login in here. Call back to username. Oh, these need to be UIDs. No. Those are strings. Messages, login. Now those are strings. Arguably, it should be more like this. Password.into. I want to clone them. Expect to struct UUID. Why? Messages, login does not have that. Oh, it's whining about the return type. That gets me all the time. It's like, no, you need to give me a UUID. You go that route if there was an ecosystem? Alright, so in this case, we have to do something very similar. I wonder if we should start passing which channel it is. Or the stream ID, stream. There we go. Seems very involved. Type blink an LED. Oh, no way. Oh, that's funny. That is an interesting setup they have there. They're doing a lot in there that you just get for free in the other libraries. All the serial stuff. Wow. Looks cool though. I'll bet that's a lot smaller. Yeah, so return X with a semicolon at the end is equal to just having X at the end. So if you had some sort of foo function, I'm gonna let Twitch chat butcher this. I should probably just do this on screen. So let's do that. Yeah, in Rust, you tend not to quote unquote return things using the return keyword unless you need to return from inside of like a loop or some nested structure or a match statement. So you'll have some function foo, let's say it takes an X, which is an int, and you want to return that. Other languages like C, whatever you would say, return return X, right? But in Rust, you just return the value of the last statement. Now, of course, in here we'd have to say, oh, it also returns an int. Okay. Something to note is that if you are returning nothing, like you toss a semicolon on there, the return type in this case is actually the unit type. So this is a type in Rust, this open and close parentheses, and it's called the unit type. So if you're not returning anything, you're actually returning something, but it's just the unit type. There's also Clippy. So if you do cargo Clippy, it's like the old Microsoft Assistant from forever ago. It will help and point things out like that. I lean on Clippy quite a bit. Sorry, I was muted. In this case, we're going to send incoming message, login. Okay. Out of that, we should be getting some sort of response. Yeah, this seems like we should clean this up. Because all we really want is, actually we don't want the change channel. We're going to be using the, wait. Do we want the change channel here? This login is probably going to send us the channel change. Let's check on that. It's auth, create account, auth login. So when we log in, do the database call, get the result, match statement, into the connection, send the channel change. Okay, let's make a utility function for handling that, because that's also going to be common. We're going to do a test receiver trait. Async trait. Async trait, good. Pub trait. Test receiver extension. Okay, now to cover the case that we want to do right now, it's sync function receive channel change IDs, which is going to be a vector of what type ID, and then also the channel that you're changed to. There we go. Something like that. Let's make sure we get this in there. Use game types, type ID. Back in here, as really don't want to do these, what is that, like 6 lines over and over and over? No, not 6 lines, whatever it is. This doesn't have a result on it. Async function. Receive channel change. So let's just snag that from up there, type that. There we go. That's better. These should actually have selfs on them. Double selfs. FM value server in the scope. Yes, that's self. Oh, no. Self to outgoing. Excuse me, outgoing is what we are here, the receiver. Yeah, let's get outgoing packet on here. What else? Outgoing packet. No quick fix for that. Oh, where is that from anyways? Incoming channel character. That's from messages, I think. That's messages. There we go. Receive channel change. We should just be able to give it the vector of IDs in the channel, and we're good. We do have to import that. Oh, let's see the trait. Oh, up here? No. I'm not importing that trait at all. Crate. Use crate. And this is going to be stream? Test receiver. Test stream mod. Okay. Top level. Need to pull that in. Oh, I just figured out why that's dead code. Because I have multiple tests. I get it now. Okay, so that. Let's go back here. So in some cases, well, let's go back into the Explore view. So we have two different kind of integration test files, right? One for LinkDead, one for account character. And inside of account character, we create accounts, we log in. In LinkDead, we're trying to test for the LinkDead system, making sure that's working. And the way that the Rust integration test stuff is set up, so you can have these kind of modules here, right? And you can use them from each one of these. Each one of these here is treated like its own main executable. And LinkDead might not pull in all of the same code that account character pulls in. So it's possible that it would be used in both, used in none or used in just one of them currently. And I think if it's just used in one, we get the unused code error, at the dead code error. That must be what's going on. Okay, I don't feel so bad now about marking it as dead code. So if we go to account character, we already have mod stream. We don't need disconnect reason anymore. Or that. Okay. Send connected. Account failure. Good. Good. Now we have login. Account login. Two were specified. We want stream 9. Test receiver ext. Test receiver. Looks good to me. Put in stream. Test stream. Did I not save that? The file is saved. This is public. Okay. Gonna go on the premise that my editor doesn't know what the heck it's doing. Which usually it's really good about this stuff. Okay. Receive channel change, and this is going to be two things. We have to give it channel change, the channel that it's going to, that's the second parameter, and then the vector of IDs. What are the IDs? I don't know what the IDs should be. Oh, that's a channel, stream IDs. That's a stream ID. Stream ID. And then the channel should be so when we log in, we go into character select channel. All right. We do that. Okay, let's do what the nice compiler friend is telling us to do. I don't see a difference. I did spell it wrong. R-E-C-E-I-V-E-R. Look at that. Those are switched. Count mod. Where's this actually getting called from? Mod stream should be there. Strange. Setup, packet. Cargo test. Similar path exists. Future stream. No, we don't want that. Receive channel change. I'm guessing I got this wrong, and that shouldn't have been a type ID. These are stream IDs. So which stream IDs? Stream IDs, okay. There we go. This channel change, if we look at the definition there, it should be a vector of stream IDs, which are currently use size. Good. All right. Close that. Back here. No method named. Receive channel change. Bound for packet. Receiver. Outgoing packet. Packet. Receiver. Outgoing packet. Packet. Okay. Oh, mismatched types there on the end. Okay. So yeah, I need to do as a U8 or something for U size. U8 probably. What are we actually comparing? So yeah, down here it's U size channel. Okay, so let's make sure. I hope we can cast that to that. One more time. This one's been a little bit more challenging than the rest. Oh, channel's not used. And it still can't find create stream. But it's using it for other things, like auth send. It's using it right there. No, that's not it. It's not using it there. Okay, quite frankly, I should be using it in here. There's a lot of stuff that could get cleaned up. Found character. And that's not going to like that. Fine. It's trying. But it did find it, didn't it? It just said it wasn't used. Yeah, it's just unused. So what's going on here? We have an outgoing packet that has channel change. It's telling n number of IDs to go to a specific channel. Oh, we're not checking that the channel is being compared. Okay. I see. I think we shouldn't do this constraint here, but we should do another assert in here for the channel. Let's do that. So if it is a channel change, we will assert that it's the correct one. Actual channel. This here we have IDs. Here, stream IDs. Actual channel. Okay, that's probably a better test anyways. Cargo test. Okay. Let's see. Cargo test. Still not happy about it. No method named. Receive channel change. Now, why doesn't it like that? Create stream. GREAM. It knows it here. Game types, messages. Huh. If we look in account, create, setup is there, packet is there. See, will this give me an autocomplete? Use create. It does. Module. It doesn't like stream though. Did I not name it correctly? My goodness. I must have because I have the other trait in there. Super? Oh. Still doesn't like it. How do we get the other one? Oh. Is this because this is not a mod in both of our binaries? Ah, I keep forgetting about that. Okay. So in account characters, we have these mods there. In LinkedIn, we don't. That actually fixes it. Yes. That was it. Okay. That's going to take me a little bit to get used to. So whenever I add one of these and I use one of those functions, I have to make sure it's in both of the binaries. Got it. Okay. Yeah, we know that's going to fail because I have a not implemented in there. That's fine. That's good, actually. Yeah, create actors never used in some cases. No quick fix slash. That doesn't actually fix it. Hmm. Huh. Slash QF. There it goes. Good. Receive channel change. So let's go and look at auth again. Server test auth account. So in this case, we do server outgoing, await that. Receive channel change, so much better. Yes. So after we've changed channels, we expect another packet. What do we expect next? Let's fix this one up. Server.outgoing, receive channel change. And this is stream IDs and channel. Okay. All right, so here, vector of IDs, a stream ID, this is just going to be 8. Oh, so much better. Oh. As usize, fine. That is so much less brittle. Now, if I need to change it, it's all in one spot, which is nice. I know it's silly, but I want these to be one line. This outgoing packet here is not really used. Oh, let's just do that. Okay. Stream mod. Async function. Next. First value. Can we do that? I don't think we can do that. Yeah, we'll toss those in there. Oh, I clobbered a semicolon or a curly brace. Expected struct packet found referenced packet. Okay. Yes, and this. Ooh, we get to deal with lifetime stuff here. Okay. Because the iterator that we're taking this out of, it's dropped. Hmm. Back up a little bit on that. Now, can we actually take that out of there? So we have an outgoing packet. We want the first value. This only gives us a reference to the first value. Now, why does it do that? I see, because in this case, we're going to end up dropping the packet. It's okay. It's actually okay. All right, let's do this slightly different way. So there's our first values thing. It says values. Values, we unwrap that, we get values, values unwrap, fine. Values in that case is what? Going packet has this. We end up calling values on it, which gives us this iterator. If we look at outgoing message, which we could get instead, see, so if this is an iterator, can we do owned values dot unwrap? What do they have on there? Let's go look. OBS browser. Into intermute, drain. How do we do that? Copied, cloned. Let's go look at the code again. Because we could break down the packet like this, right? And say that it's an outgoing message. Outgoing message would just have, well, outgoing message in it. That doesn't actually get us very far because here, message, we still have to call like values on it. We could call cloned. Can we take that? Interesting. Basically, I want to take ownership of an outgoing message of the first value. This. We have new. Unpin. Yeah, we can just access values. No, we can't. We can't access values like that. That would be handy. All right, well, if we don't have access to the values there, then the only way that we can get access right now is through the iterator. And quite frankly, packet should be clonable. All right, let's try this. Go back a bit. All right, try that. Oh, where is that? Test streams mod 38. Or return a packet. All right, that's looking much, much better. I'll go test. Make sure those are running. I want to check link dead again, make sure we're using the right messages here. Server to auth send connected. Wait, that was auth, wasn't it? Yes, auth, good. Stream 8, and this is character. It's good, good. Just making sure we're using the new functions here. All right, that's nice. Server tests. Let's check those mods. We don't have to do setup. All right, I'm gonna keep playing around with this. I think we can really simplify this stuff. Like these two elements here could be reduced. And we're going to be sending this pattern over and over and over again. I think we could actually do a server dot whatever stream character dot send message. We give it the ID of the stream that we want to send it to, and then the actual thing that can be turned into a packet. So in this case, it would be create actor. I would rather do this than that. Let's try to make that happen. That's going to be on stream. Async function, send message, mutable self, stream ID, along with, I think it's packet. Well, I'm going to call it packet. It's something I can basically go into packet. Something like that. Incoming message, where is that? Oh. Self.send. There we go. All right. So now we have a send message. Now we have a packet, which is going to be server.outgoing at, was it receive next value. We await that. did I call it? Next first value. Next first value. I like receive next value better. Oh, cool. I'll send. Scallywag. Scallywag. Good morning. We are continuing out some of the integration tests, working on login today, and simplifying some of the tests by creating helper functions. Oh, Impl has stricter requirement. Okay. A lifetime on it. It should be static, technically. It's owned. Yeah, and we should be using stream ID. Stream ID there. What else? Oh, expected a comma. Yes, you're right. Unused. Oh, I didn't write this file. There you go. Write all files. Yeah, I tried to give a demo earlier and everything bailed. Server panicked. That was rough. It's all because I wiped out the database last night, and I think I missed some data that just has to be there for creating new accounts and logging in. I don't remember what it is. I have to go dig through that in a bit. Create account and login. Good. Well, the nice thing is we're actually making a test for that right now. So this should keep that from happening in the future. I do have a backup of the database though. But I discovered this issue not too long ago, so I haven't searched through it. We should be getting login successful and going from there. Okay. Look at this for a moment. This is our Lots more spaces in here. It's hard to parse. Better. These are just little like kind of utility test functions. We have extension traits or other utility traits for these other types. We can just have nice little, give me the channel change, do this, do that, give me the next value that they sent out, instead of having to like litter these two lines all over the place. Much better, just having a couple things. So now the tests look like this instead of like 20 lines. Connected, create account. Oh goodness, those are looking so nice. Doesn't need that. Account character. So that one looks good. This looks good. Create account and actor. I don't actually verify the actor ID. I don't think I have to because the compiler enforces that an actor ID is returned. Create account and login. Okay, so here we create the account. We log in as that account. I'm using the default login, which is the Bob Ross stuff. Login with args. Yeah, then we get to unimplemented. That's where we left off. That's right, and I just got finished implementing this utility function, so we should be able to do something a little easier here. What is it? So instead of those two lines there, we'll do server.auth.sendMessage. We have to choose a stream, so stream ID and then login. Wait. So basically sending that here, and the send message does all of that. Much easier. That's so much nicer. Create the packet, send it, done. But this one, can we clean this up? We can. Okay. That's so much better. Now with the correct spelling. Technically, create account should be taking a stream ID. Let's go ahead and change that. Stream ID, use size. And we should be using that instead of the number 8 in here. Oh, and we figured out how this is dead code. Because not all of my test modules use the code. So in some of them, it's dead. Fantastic. Rust is so smart. That's a great ally. Send message, stream ID, create account. Nope, can't do anything about that test. That's good. Get the shutdown message. I wonder if we should have that as a stream message. Receive shutdown. Probably kind of akin to like this, or receive next value. Receive shutdown. Add that. Receive channel change. Receive shutdown. If we look at this, where is shutdown? Yeah, it's just IDs. So just a vector of IDs. Does that imply code coverage? I guess in some way it does. Last night I checked on this, I'm at 30 some odd percent, 31%, 33% or so. Which is nice because the whole reason for moving away from ActX was to be able to do this, and finally it's kind of coming to fruition. The ActX stuff went async await, has some generic types so we can abstract out the database stuff, even though we're not technically abstracting out the database. We're using full databases for each one of these tests. Got it set up so that it can just create new ones, delete them when it's done. Coming around, it's nice. Got one bunch of little test DBs I need to kill. Do you check for coverage in Rust? There are some tools. I found one in Linux. It's Tarpaulin. Let's see. PIU. No, that's not it. Cargo Tarpaulin. Code coverage tool. Only runs in Linux currently. So I have a CI machine that runs this for me. Yeah, you're welcome. I was not able to get their. Oh, no, that's not true. I was able to get their Docker image working with this, but it took forever to build the Docker stuff. Yeah, it's just like on a CI box, 20 minutes from having to actually build Tarpaulin and build the server and all dependent libraries. It has to build it from scratch, everything, every time. And then it runs it in that mode, and it's 20 minutes. When I did it in the Docker image, it was over an hour, and it just, I was on battery or something, like half of it just gone. Turned my laptop into a skillet. Okay, let's do a receive shutdown. stream IDs. Ah, we're passing in the whole thing. Okay, that should work there. So instead we should now be able to do server.outgoing receive shutdown. I have to give it the vector of stream ID. Nice. Oh, it takes 4, but only 3 were sent. Yes, we have to give it the stream ID. Let's do it after the username and password. Alright, there's a bunch of places I have to fix because of that change there. It's much needed change though. 8. Create actor should also take the stream IDs. What is this? Validate, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Good. Create account linked. Is this a test? This is a test, okay. While that's building, I'm going to check some of these, make sure we got thing kind of deduped out of there. Create actor. Send message, yep. Validate, sure. Count. We have a packet, send it, check for channel change, good. Receive channel change, next value, callback success. Receive shutdown, good. Okay, let's go to the top of this. To log in with args, we need to finish pressing out here. So after we log in, we're going to need the next packet, because it should just be of a status like an OK packet, and we'll give the ID of what we logged in with back to the client. I don't remember what kind of response we give. I think it's like a ID callback or maybe a status, a callback status, something. Let's go look. Auth login. So we give a login success back. So we initialize the connection. And login success. Pretty good. What is... So it really is just an ID callback. Okay. Validated one here. After a channel change, the success response server outgoing receive next value. Yep, that's a packet. We get the packet kind, should be callback success. Don't know about the subject though. Callback ID should be 2 because we defined it up above. But callback equals 2. Create account and log in. Was okay, good. Login successful, nice. Is it paused there or is it done? Can't tell. Stop it, cargo test. Just want to see that it runs to completion and that it's not like hung for some reason. Okay, why is it waiting there? That's strange. Huh. I wonder what it's doing. Ah, create account and actor has been running over 60 seconds. I wonder why. Alright, let's check that one out. Set some logging up. Database migration stuff. I'll bet one of these isn't actually using the right stream ID. Strange. Okay, let's add some logs. One, two, three, four. 5. Again. That's going on. I'm going to pour some tea. Ah, oh, it's back. Where are my ahs? There we go. 1, 2, 3. Huh. Good actor's not working. I finished pouring that tea so it can cool off. Oh. All right. Great actor. Not feeling all too creative at the moment. Which one? Could it be send message? Oh, I didn't await send message. Why didn't that error out? Send message should be something that gets awaited. Strange. I wonder why it didn't show an error there. Normally when you forget to put await on something like that, the compiler will yell. It'll say, hey, you must do something with this. Okay, that was it. Okay, got that cleaned up. We should be able to do a full test. Let's click the logging, cargo test. Oh, this is so nice. Having a decent set of tests, so helpful. Being able to change things with confidence in something like this, where the code base is growing in size, is going to make such a big difference. Be able to go so much faster. All right, create account and log in. So after we log in, good. Now I need to select a character. Create account and actor. let's see, here we failed to create account. Here we create an account. I think we should combine these. Create an account, create an actor. I don't know, maybe not. Create an account, then log into it. Here we disconnect, reconnect, log in. Let's say we create an actor on stream 9. Now let's select an actor. This should let actor ID be equal to that. Create actor does return an ID. Yes, good. And let's do a select actor next. I wonder if I have to pass the account ID in as well. Probably. Can you match on a whole enum struct without destructuring it? You can, yes. I guess it really depends on what you mean by without destructuring. Because in order to match on it, you're basically destructuring it. Now, you can do some crazy cool stuff in Rust. Like, let's say we have this create actor here. You could say let, and you can put the type on the left, create actor, just like destructuring in JavaScript, is equal to create actor. So you can have the values in here. So callback, and then give it some other like callback. You can do stuff like this, and then you can say, oh, I don't want the rest of them, so you elide them there. So you just give it the rest operator. And this is close to the syntax. I don't know if that's correct though. Enum foo. Can you match foo bar whatever without matching A and B? Yes, you can. So in a match statement, let's say I had some enum, like a result, like say an option, right? Because options have two versions. They have something or nothing. So let's say we had an option of create actor, option actor. So we could say match option actor is such and such, and then in this case, sum, because we're only interested in the sum case. We have an actor here, and we could just do something with actor. And if we don't care about the none case, we just say do nothing else here. Right? Do nothing. So you can basically say all other cases are handled here with the underscore. Oh, and Frank West, thank you for the follow, by the way. You can do that, and then if you still only wanted, let's say, callback out of there, you could even destructure it further inside of this. You could say create actor, then callback, foo, dot dot, like this, and then just use foo over here. Sorry, like maybe like a print foo or something here. whatever foo is, right? Part of the magic is the rest operator for destructuring in those cases, and the underscore operator. Underscore is a little bit magic in Rust. So if you have some value, some variable that you have around but you're not going to be using, you could say, oh, I want to hold on to that value. Don't drop it yet, but know that it should continue to live for the rest of this function or this scope. So you can put an underscore on the beginning of it. If you take the name of it away and just use underscore, it gets dropped immediately. So think about just like in C++, you have constructors and destructures. The destructure will get run right away if you use underscore. Use underscore foo, then it gets deconstructed at the bottom of the function. But just be careful with that, because using underscores, you destroy things right away. So let's see, we're going to do this, stream ID and use size, server, mutables, server channels. I don't know what we return for that. We're going to be doing some validation in there though. Yeah, it's very similar to what Elixir does in pattern matching. It feels like there's a lot in common for that. I really like it in Rust. And in Rust it compiles down to like next to nothing, because the compiler can get rid of so much. Select actor is equal to, I wonder what I called that. Was that, how does actor selecting actually work? Let's go to character, load actor. Create actor, get actors, load actor. I think load actor is a little special in that it's ID callback. Is it just an ID callback? Looks like it. I don't remember where I did that association though. Incoming packet kind. Load actors 29 there, sure. Now this is just getting the enum. I hate it when I get stuck on mute. So here in this case, the message, what kind of message is it? It's a packet, of course. Ah, it's an ID callback. There it is. Okay, so we need to create an ID callback. ID callback, like so. Oh. /AC. Fill instruct fields for me. Thank you. Callback is 23. ID in this case is going to be the actor ID. Dot into. Need to clone that. Oh, clone it. There we go. What's that? Select actor. Now this should be server dot channel. No, character. Send message for stream ID. And this will be select actor. We await that. Good. So when that happens, what does the load actor do? Goes through, gives us a channel change. Everything goes well, I guess. We don't have entity control. Might want to test that stuff later. Oh, level 5 Frank West. Have you done much Elixir? So first we get the channel change, and then we get nothing yet. Then that packet gets forwarded onto Game Master. Interesting. So we'll have to chase that down in Game Master. Oh, cool. Very cool. Yeah, by day, I'm a web dev. I do React stuff. So I've been started out doing C and C++ and goodness, Cold Fusion forever ago. PHP. Done a bunch of different stuff. So kind of back-end stuff, front-end stuff. One of my favorites was I worked on a game system at a company, and we had a lot of fun. Made a kind of a web-based MMO. That was in Java with a Flash front end. I want to do this with Rust on the back end and Godot on the front end. Oh, that's a really, really good way to do that. Getting into C and Rust. And C was my baby, and I now love Rust more than C. I feel guilty saying that out loud just a little bit, as C and I had such a relationship, but I think C knows. Should be receiving a channel change. Get the stream IDs and the channel. Okay. Vector. think it's Game Master now. Game Master? Oh, we finally made it there. Wait, that. The correct one? No, no, no. Oh, it's just game. Also, if you're doing Rust code, what sort of editor are you using? Doing like a Visual Studio or Emacs, Vim? Is any one of those, I think even like IntelliJ or whatever, has Rust Analyzer support now. Vim plus COC. Yeah, with the Rust Analyzer, right? I'm using the default Rust Analyzer config on this. The COC Rust Analyzer config, say with all the default bindings that they have on their web page. It works out pretty well. I wonder what comes after this. So after this point, oh, and I also have my dot files posted if you want to take a peek. They're over there. Wow, this will be like the last piece in there. Okay, so I think we go into load actor here. Load actor, incoming packet. Yeah, here it is. Check that we have control over it. Ah, yes, and then we have load actor connect, which they should be going through the first time here. Just looking for what the next packet is, kind of doing a visual kind of code review. Get the entity location. Send callback status. What else do we have in here? Get their home island. Good. Send callback status. I see. So we should just be getting a callback status next. We can debug that. Let packet equals server outgoing dot receive next value. Await that. Packet. We'll just do a toss of panic in there. So anybody else got some Rust projects in progress? I'm using you're quiet today, man. It's fine, you can lurk. And Why didn't that get hit? Do we not call select actor? Create actor. Oh, fine. Let's call select actor. Oh, this is just 9. These tests look so much better with those kind of trait extensions. Create actor, select actor. Interesting, it's deciding to pause here. Hmm. Where's that happening? Public async, that should be fine. Oh, I'm using it. We figured out why it shows these as dead code. It's because only some of my integration test files actually use them. So to the other integration test files, they are dead code. Interesting, we didn't receive the channel change. Send message. Yeah, this should be to character. Server character, send message, select actor, ID callback. Let's toss the logging on. All right. Could not be handled by character. Oh, I see. Find create account. Character, not a character packet. Kind create account. Yeah, that's after the AA. We're going to create actor. That's fine there. Select actor. We have here and here. ID callback. Oh, that didn't get converted into the right type. Ooh. So this ID callback, when it gets converted into a packet, ID is a callback success. Not a character packet. Yeah, it's this here that's the problem. Because the kind of this packet technically isn't a callback success. We're just reusing this. Okay. I should probably split that out then. Just to make it easier. Callback. I don't know, it's so useful. Problem is this kind here. It's not always that. So I either override it for the test. Problem is it's just this way for the test. I kind of want to convert this. So instead of something like this, just implement some into packet here. Simple ID callback, or into packet. We now have self. And kind. We need the packet kind. Should be a packet. Public function, ID callback, into packet. All right, got a couple more of these then. Into packet, outgoing packet kind. Oh. Status callback ID callback outgoing packet kind into packet. All right, good. And it's not there for that, which is fine. I'll have to do this one the old way. So we could do like a send packet on there. So a send message and a send packet. Oh wait, that's already a into packet. I guess packet already supports into packet because it is itself a packet. Outgoing packet kind. And this is whatever select actor is. Oh no, this is incoming packet kind, not outgoing. I don't remember. That sounded so Shakespearean. I didn't hear myself. What was it? Ah, now I gotta add as U8 in all those places. No, because it is can into it. Oh, it's funny. Why is this telling me that outgoing packet kind not used? Used right here. Unless this function's not used. Oh, this is in the test. Fine. expected U8. As U8. Get all three of those. Save all at the same time. Save on some build times. Where's the T? There it is. Oh wow, I realized I just had my headset power off. Forgot to turn that on this morning. Oh, look at that, we got a error. Stream 9 does not control entity such and such. Cool. Select actor, stream ID. Outgoing, okay. Still after 2 as. Game master, load actor. As entity control, it must have failed here. $29, good. So got past that. Before we weren't getting past this point. I wonder if I'm passing the wrong ID in for the entity. Actor ID should be the one that's being passed in. Actor ID. It looks correct. Ah, I'm passing in actor ID. Unless, of course, this is wrong. What does... Interesting, I wonder what that actually returns. So when we create a new actor, what is the ID that we get back? Character, create actor. It should be the actor ID, here it is. And that means that I didn't set up the stream to control that correctly. Yes, that's what it looks like. So typically when somebody logs in, we'll say, hey, this account controls these actors. And at this point, once they've created an actor, didn't add that actor to that list. So if we go to auth, look at login, what does login do for that? It initializes a connection. says this stream ID is associated with that account ID. Yeah, it just initializes the connection. So what did I miss there? Oh, we didn't send the get actors call. So characters, when you say I want to see the list of actors, I think in here we actually populate that list. Yeah, we send your entity list here. So if you don't actually request the list of actors that you can choose from, we don't populate that on the server. It's convenient because we have to make the call in order to send it back. Okay, let's just change the test to behave like the client will. We create an actor. We don't select it yet. We have to get the list of actors. Get actors. Account ID. 9. So once we do that, then we should be able to do this. Probably even verify. Fix me. Verify that the new actor is in the list. Something like that, which is kind of implied if we select it. We could even do this, put it up here, verify that it's empty. There we go. Do those steps. Okay, actor. What? I just got a strange message. All right, let's keep going. Get actors. We will need the account ID. Same thing there. Turn type's going to be different though. We'll fill that in a moment. Did we actually validate the callback? I don't think we validated the callback. Packet, debug packet. Oh yeah. Yeah. that an actual type? Oh, we do, and it just has a callback in it. Okay. Let get actors equals this. Callback. $32, sure. Send message. Stream ID. We don't need that. Let's get rid of that. Okay. We send that message. That's interesting. Okay. And then we await the next one. I think, or get actors here. If we look at server, character get actors, they parse that. Get the account ID off the stream. Get the actors, set them up, send them back. So it should just be the get actors callback that we receive back. Okay. Let's validate the packet. Assert equals at the packet at kind. Outgoing packet kind. Get actors callback. Actually, is it get actors or? Hey, good morning, Pixel Logic Dev. How are you? Hey, groovy. Yeah, we're working on a game server currently. The game server is, unfortunately, we're actually writing a unit test to fix something that's preventing login from working. So I would love to show it out, show it off. For those of you that aren't familiar, this is a game server that we're building using Rust, the programming language, and we are using Godot, the game engine Godot, to connect to it over TCP. The basic idea is that the world is now an infinite number of islands, and you can sail between the islands. everybody gets their own personal island when you start the game that nobody else can actually find. So people can't come along and like destroy all your stuff or whatever. But as you go away from your island, you can find kind of other inhabited islands that are randomly generated. And you can find populated islands, which I call big islands, crew up, have some sort of sailing team, and then go off and run on adventures on your own. So it's going to be kind of a cross between Sunless Seas, Don't Starve, 1 Hour, 1 Life. And Pixel Logic, how was your stream? Thank you for the raid. Also, if anybody that's coming in here is new to Rust, feel free to ask questions on Rust. I'm actually going through and doing this whole thing in order to learn Rust well. So, if you have questions about Rust or Godot, stuff like that, just chime in. We're learning this stuff all together. So outgoing packet kind does have get actors on it. It does not have the other element on it. Let's go back to our test code, which I lost. There it is. As U8. So we have to cast that down to an 8-bit unsigned integer. It's a enumeration. If you look here, it's got a value of 26. We cast that to a U8 and compare its type. The other things that we need to compare, basically the same set of stuff up here. Packet subject. In this case, this is the code that returns you the list of characters that you can play as. So this is our test code that's wrapping that. We're sending our server a message saying, hey, give me all of my actors. It's going to have some sort of response. The response will be hopefully a list of actors. This will not be ID callback. This will be get actors callback. Let's rename that to just actors. Okay, and our get actors callback. Okay, and to pull that into the scope, let's go look at that type. It has a list of actors and the callback ID. So when the client sends a message to the server saying, I would like information about this, the client records a number along with a function handle. So when the response comes back in, it can give the result data to that function that's registered. And this is just an array of tuples. Let's go back to where we were. Oh, we don't have try into on that. Okay, we'll have to fix that. And this is callback. We want to make sure the callbacks are identical. And thank you for the follow. Little Kaza, Arcteon, thank you. Are you guys familiar with Rust? See, I was going to pull up Pixel Logic. There we go. Okay. Let's get the try into working here. We need to be able to convert bytes. See here, into our structure. Let's go and set that up. Arctan, you've actually been looking into using it with Godot lately. Oh, interesting, like embedded inside of Godot? There's a cool project useful for that you can use for that. Let's see what we have from bytes into back. We don't have the other direction here. Go look at login. Try from bytes for that. Okay. Interesting that this has a different message type. Okay, no, we do use CBOR error in that case as well. Let's see, we already have try from, already have those two elements. Type callback used is okay. Interesting. Missed something. Oh, I didn't have the deserialize for that. We have serialize, but not deserialize. Oh, interesting. And what does this actually look like? Oh, a big list of things. Huh. I was not planning on making a serializer for that today. Let's do that. Or, excuse me, a deserializer. Impl. Deserialize is a little bit more complicated. Oh my goodness, yeah. Alright, let's do it. What does deserialize look like? So, deserialize. Starts out like that. Finishes up. Unimplemented. Okay. Get actress callback. Let's pull that into scope. Where is serialize? Deserialize, probably deserializer. Okay. What does that leave? Unresolved imports. Oh, I put that in the wrong place. Yes, you are correct. This should be under the easier. I don't remember. Let's look at the other one. Just D. Gonna hop off? All right, man. Thanks for hanging out, Carter. Serializer. Why is it in there twice? How do I do that? Yeah. All right, and we're not using that yet. That's fine, just some warnings. Good. So let's look at how we are actually serializing this so we can take it apart correctly. We're serializing a sequence. We tell serializer, we have a sequence. Sum, it's 1 plus the number of actors times 2. I see, because we have a list of things, we're just dropping them one after the next in the sequence. So we serialize the element ID, and then we serialize the element name. We'll have to do the same thing, but backwards. So you get the kind of head of the packet, get the callback, and then parse those one at a time into some sort of list. Okay. What did we use down here for this? We had a visitor. So for the warp stuff is actually very, very similar. Is it sequence? We say deserialize sequence here. Okay. I'll pop back and forth a couple times real quick. That. This is one of those neat things in Rust where you can have a structure defined inside of another scope. You can define all sorts of things in scopes. That way it doesn't bleed outside of this. Our value here is going to be get actors callback. Where's format coming from? T. Grab FMT. Organize those a little bit. There we go. All right, we're going to visit the sequence. So what do we get first? In this case, it's a zone ID. In our case, I comment this stuff out. Pull stuff in as we have it. Toss unimplemented in there. Yes. Now in this case, we need the number of elements, followed by a callback. I wonder when serialized sequence gets called, what does it do with that option use size? Begin to serialize a variable size sequence, okay. Must be followed by a 0 or more calls to that. Call to end follows. Got it. See, it's almost like we're setting up some sort of internal array. The length ID should be available from CBOR's point of view, because they embed that in the sequence of things. So I wonder in this case, Does sequence have anything that would be useful to us? In this case, we have a visitor. I need to go look at the docs on that one. So, browser, come along with me. Ah, there it is. Saturday. Oh, no, come back. It's one of the great things about Rust is you can have local documentation. You can actually build documentation. You can use all of this stuff offline. It is very, very nice. All right, so we have a visitor. We want to visit a sequence, or as a sequence access, sequential access. All right, and then how do I know when it ends? Let's go look at that type. Next element returns an option with some or none. Okay, so once we get none back, we know that we're done. All right, back to the code. Now what we're going to be building up though is this result, this getActors callback. I'm going to have to pull this information into something that we can later construct that with. And getActors callback just has the callback ID and the actor list, which is a boxed slice of tuples. All right. So, first one, actually very much like this. This is callback ID. Or just callback. What do we call it in getActors? Callback, okay. That way we can just toss it into the struct when we go to construct it. Now the type on this, what is the type of that? Oh, let's just look again. Type callback, which is a U16. And we should be able to use type callback here. Type aliases in Rust, use them. They are very powerful. If I ever want to change this like a U32, really easy. It's done in one place. Okay. Now we need to loop through these. So let's set up a pair that we can create a tuple out of. Then we'll continue to loop, building up tuples to some sort of vector. Oh, and thank you for the follow, Hazelnut. So the first thing that we're going to get out of there is going to be an ID. And what does this actually represent? This is type actor list is ID, so a UUID followed by their name, which is just a string. Oh, I see. Okay. Actor ID equals, oh wow, it's basically this. Because it's a UUID, which technically should be a type ID. And then the next one is going to be the actor name. Next element. Question mark dot. And we have to change the indices over here. I'll have to make sure those are correct. Okay, or else. Now this technically could be like 0, 1, then 2, but this stuff here has to be done inside of a loop. Yeah, so that's basically all of that. Now we have to return an OK with that stuff in it. And we have to loop here. What do we call those? Let's create a variable with the same name called actors. Actors equals to vector, just some vector. I know you don't know your type yet. That's okay. We'll get there. Loop. Yeah, in this case, we're just going to want to break out if the first one in the sequence is not actually something. It's kind of a variable length array list. I'll have to change that. I'll have to break out of this when we're done. We could probably do like a while let setup here. While let, do we got OK or else? What does next element return? Is next element giving us a result? Yes, a result of option T. Which we're then unwrapping. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. So really we want to do sum actor ID is equal to sequence.next element type ID, all that question mark there. So while we can get the next actor ID, we have it available to us. Then we have to get the actor name. It's fine, we should be able to get rid of this. What do we do with this line here, 92? Now let's just get rid of that. I don't think we have to worry about this, because in this case I'm not expecting it to be there. We're okay. Now in this case, if we have a name or an ID, we do want name. We'll fix the 2 there on line 92 in just a moment. Factor is dot push It's a tuple with actor ID and actor name. Okay, so we have those two. Let's fix the ID now. Technically, this next element call here would be ID 1, and then 2, and then this would be 4, etc. Let's create another variable here. Let index equals 2. We'll say index. We'll push that, then we'll increment index by 2. Index equals index plus 2. It needs to be mutable. Fix that. Actors also needs to be mutable. Quick fix that one. All back. Yeah, not there yet. Almost there. Now we have an OK. With what? A get actors callback. Callback and actors. I can get rid of this. The actors is not correct. This needs to be into box slice or something. Into box slice. There we go. Expected comma. Oh, of course. Actors is that. I'd like to add tests for this in this file, but I want to see it working over here first. Everything else seems like it's compiling. Okay, good. Yes, this doesn't actually take the IDs there. Pulls that off the stream. Let's see, get actors probably isn't returning the right thing. All right, so here we get the actors back. We validate the callback, then we return actors dot actors. The type on this is a type actor list. Okay, we should be able to assert that that is empty. This type actor list should be a thing. Now find it in this scope. Where is that type actor list in game types? Oh, okay. Server cargo. We need to pull that in as a dev dependency. Strange. Oh, we have game types here. I wonder why. Ah, S. We need an S on that. That's why. Oh, is that still building? No. Actors, actors. Yeah, we're returning that correctly. Ah, plan wrapped it. That should just be the actor list. Here we get that. It should not be empty. Let's leave that fix me there. Where's the tea? Delicious tea. Oh, look at that. Good. Got a packet back. Good account and login. Panicked it, not implemented. Perfect. Select actor. So we got past this one, past this one, past this. Got our packet. $17.02. I wonder what that is. We got a packet 25 back. Is that success? It looks like a success packet. I think it's one of these. All back success. Please be 25. Oh, it's 24. 25 is failure. Okay, yeah, we said this. Is actor reconnecting? False. Master load error not found. So it didn't find that actor in that. Checking for access. Entity such and such. Load actor. 959. Load entity. I wonder if that actor list actually had that character in it. Process set entity IDs. Setting IDs for that. Okay, so that's the yeah, I don't understand that log line. Oh man, this has been good. I want to keep going. We've made such progress. Gotta go my coffee date here in a minute. Better go do that. We're gonna continue the raid though. Let's see. Let's go ahead and raid Top Brush today. Get that in there. But yeah, that was good. We made a ton of progress. We almost got to the point where we can actually log into the game again. Be nice. That's a good place to pick up. We got to do the serialization and the deserialization. Wasn't expecting that. That was kind of fun. It's time to raid him. So, until next time. Bye-bye.